In today's video, we will be talking about feelings and emotions and how Craig copes with them. In January, we visited California Adventure and Disneyland. And while we were there, I discovered something about how Craig copes with his emotions. We were in line to ride web slingers, and we were almost ready to get on when they announced that there was a delay. They didn't think the ride was broken down. They said it was just delayed, so they kept us in the queue. And this went on for, it was probably 15 minutes by the time we decided to exit. But during this time, Craig got increasingly upset, and what he does when he's upset is he verbalizes a lot, and he goes over and over what is happening and how this is the worst day ever, and just a lot of negative talk about what's going on. If he gets really upset, he will also squeeze me or my husband. He doesn't mean to hurt us, but sometimes it does hurt because he's a big guy. He can squeeze pretty hard. And that looks scary to other people, though I'm never scared. I know that Craig would never hurt me intentionally. It's just squeezing has always been something that he does when he's upset. So we have often given him stress balls and other things to squeeze. But after we exited the ride, we sat down on a bench, and Craig wanted to watch Mickey's Surprise Party, which is a video that he has watched for many years, and it always makes him cry. Minnie burns the cookies and ruins the party, and everyone gets upset. And Craig actually likes to watch that and to cry, which I've never really understood until we were sitting there on that park bench. And after Craig watched that video, he was a lot better. He was a lot calmer. And I asked him then, I said, Craig, do you watch that so that you can cry? And he told me yes. And then the more I've thought about it, the more I really think Craig likes to watch that crying video, because it's the only way that he can cry and get out the emotions that are inside of him. I think Craig has a hard time dealing with sadness because he doesn't really understand it or doesn't understand how to cope with it. Really, the only time I've seen Craig cry was while watching Mickey's Surprise Party. He didn't cry when his grandparents died or when pets have died, but he talks about it a lot. He talks a lot about grandparents, and then he misses them and things won't ever be the same. But I just think Craig doesn't understand the emotion of sadness and the connection to crying. So all these years I've been really thinking that video was quite annoying, actually, but I think it's actually a tool for Craig to let out his emotions. And Craig has some other ways that he deals with stressful situations. Unfortunately, they are not all good ones, and we have been working on that a lot. Actually, watching a TikTok, I learned the term self-talk, and that it means to have your child talk to themselves when they're upset and just repeat what will make the situation better. Like, it's okay that web slingers broke down. We can get out of line and write it another time. And just have to keep telling yourself it's okay, it's not a big deal, which is not always easy for Craig, but I have found that if I can have him say that early on before he gets really upset, that it does help. The one thing that I don't ever want to do, and unfortunately has happened in the past, is let him get to that point of no return where he's so upset that he can't get himself calmed back down. We had some downtime while we were volunteering at the Ronald McDonald House, so I took the opportunity to talk to Craig about his feelings and emotions. Craig, what is your favorite Disney movie?
Turning red. If you get stressed and get excited, poof, you'll turn to a giant red panda.
Why do you like Turning Red so much?
Because it helps us not to get stressed.
Did that help you to understand anger?
Yeah. Emotions and all.
Mm-hmm. You like movies about emotions?
Yep.
What other
movies?
Yeah, that's one of your favorites too, isn't it?
Yep.
Does it help you to learn to cope with your feelings?
Yep.
And how to understand them?
And believe in yourself.
What else did those movies teach you?
I learned that emotions that cope me and getting stressed out.
What does getting stressed out do to you?
When I get angry and upset because the doctor done a chance to take the one, might be my mistake.
So what do you get the most stressed out and angry about? What are some things that make you angry because you're stressed out?
Because it makes me yelling, it's driving me crazy.
Yes, that's hard for you to cope with. What about when someone's late?
Yeah, just try to be patient.
Or when there's a delay?
Get patient.
Or when the ride breaks down while we're waiting for it?
Get out of here, right?
Well, yes, if we're waiting and the ride breaks down, we will get out of that area as soon as we can.
Right.
And what if the train is delayed?
Get patient.
Yeah, we just have to make the best of it, right?
Yep.
Craig, can you think of a time when you were really sad?
Why is that?
What were you sad about?
Queen Elizabeth died.
When Queen Elizabeth died?
Yeah, England.
That's the last time you were really sad?
Yeah.
Why did that make you sad?
I meant make you surprised by a moment. Because Minnie burned the cookies. And she starts crying and crying. It's so emotional. It's the saddest cartoon since Bambi.
So when you're sad and you need to cry, you watch
Mickey's Surprise Party.
when Minnie burns the cookies?
Yes. And she cries too. Crying, and every Disney character is crying. And Vulture sang a sad, sad song, Remember Your Mother.
Craig, what things disgust you?
Spaghetti. Ugh.
Does anything else disgust you?
The gases. The kitty litter.
What do you do when you're disgusted?
I just puke.
You puke? Anything else?
Just use the bathroom.
You use the bathroom when you're disgusted?
Yep.
Do you talk about it when you're disgusted?
Yes.
What do you say?
That's disgusting.
Craig, can you think of a time that you were scared?
Because of spiders.
Spiders are scary?
Yeah, and the slides.
No, the slide at the corn
Yes.
thing was scary. Anything else that's scary to you?
Monsters.
What about thunderstorms?
Yeah, thunderstorms are scary.
Yeah. And what do you do when you're scared?
I just call my mommy.
Yeah, you ask us for help,
Yes,
right?
just ran over to my mommy.
Can you think of something that makes you angry?
It's because the Bratz Dad Blam movie.
The Bratz-
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate
The Bratz movie makes you mad. What
Yes.
else makes you angry?
It's always Dora the Explorer and eggs and everything in sight.
Things that annoy you?
Yes.
And how do you react when you're angry?
And start roaring and rampaging, kicking eggs out.
You kick her out, but you don't kick her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that make you feel better when you do that?
Yeah.
Can you think of a time when you were really happy?
Yeah, we're going to Amtrak train station. I can see the view.
Yeah. That makes you really happy to think about that.
Yep.
Can you think of another time when you were really happy?
Because next year we're going to Florida.
Now, what about something that happened in the past that made you really happy?
In the past,
And
that
that
we
made
moved
you
to
really.
a new house at Des Moines, remember?
This
Halloween, we're going to Oogie Boogie's Bash at Disneyland.
That's right. How do you show that you're happy? By smiling? Anything else?
Go trick-or-treating.
Yes, gonna go trick-or-treating.
And me greet the characters. Yeah.
Happy's easy, isn't it?
Yep.
It's easy to be happy.
Yep.